If people could live in a place where there's an endless summer, they'd be happier and healthier. Travel was largely on pause last year, but this year is showing more promise as the world gradually opens up. All we could wish for is to bask and frolic in the sun, which brings us to this video where we're going to talk about the world's most pristine beaches. Let's start with Halokalani Beach in Waianapanapa State Park, Maui. Halokalani Beach is different from most pristine beaches on this list because it has a jet black shore contrasting with the blue waters. It's also surrounded by lush foliage, which makes for an interestingly beautiful photo shoot spot. If you want Instagram-worthy photos that will make whoever is looking at it green with envy, this is where you should go. The sand is made up of tiny lava pebbles. There are seaside lava tubes as well as sea caves carved into the cliffs. If you want a place in Hawaii that is unspoiled and peaceful, you should head out to Halokalani. It's not yet overrun by tourists, so you can bask in its beauty and uniqueness without being bothered by hordes of people armed with cameras and posing in every corner of the beach. Let's move on to Fundu Lagoon on Pemba Island, Zanzibar. Zanzibar has always been popular for its miles and miles of white sand beaches, so it's no surprise that it's on this list. However, most places on the archipelago have already been inundated with travelers. If you want to be away from the crowds, you can go to Fundu Lagoon in Pemba Island. Located on the northwestern tip, the beach at Fundu Lagoon is one gem waiting to be discovered. It has clear, shallow waters surrounded by mangrove trees. Setting foot on the island will make you feel like you're the only person to have ever landed on it. There are also coral reefs and abundant marine life, which makes your stay exceptional. The main town of Chaki Chaki has a ruined 18th century fort with a museum, which is also worth a visit. Parrot Cay, Turks and Caicos is somewhere you can go if you have money to spare. Turks and Caicos has always been known as the ultimate dive destination for scuba and snorkel enthusiasts. The clear oceans and thriving marine life are the country's main selling points, and travelers are more than willing to pay premium prices to get the vacation of their dreams. Parrot Cay is an exclusive island and luxury resort that costs more than other places in Turks and Caicos, which charges premium prices, but you'll be spoiled for the luxury. If you want pristine, you'll be able to spend an entire vacation here and see only a handful of people. There is a reason why big-name celebrities such as designer Donna Karan and Hollywood leading man Bruce Willis choose the island for their vacation homes. The private island can only be accessed through a 35-minute boat ride from Providenciales and is the home to a few private villas and a single luxury resort. Governor in St. Bart's is another place that deserves to be on this list. The mention of the French-speaking island of St. Bart's conjures images of pristine white sand beaches. The island's capital, Gustavia, is also encircled by a yacht-filled harbor. If you are recently married and want a beach honeymoon, it's one of the places you should consider. Governor is a remote and pristine island, and one of the most pristine beaches is located on the southern cape. You won't find any crowds on the beach, but you also won't find any shade either, so make sure you bring one to protect yourself from the sun. With its pale sand, delicate shrubs, and vibrant blue waters, it's in the running for the most beautiful beaches. The beach has succeeded in preserving its tranquil settings. The other end of the beach is protected by two rocky, screen-like formations, which adds to its isolation and charm. It's a taste of paradise in complete privacy. The natural environment has largely been left untouched. There are no restaurants and bars nearby, so if you want some nightlife, this is not the place for you. However, it is home to plenty of billionaire villas, the most popular of which belongs to Roman Abramovich. Mondays Bay in Anguilla is worth traveling to if you want a peaceful beach. Anguilla may not be as popular as the Maldives, but it boasts plenty of beautiful beaches to choose from, and Mondays Bay is one of them. The calm harbor faces the island of St. Martin and has a wide coastline strewn with soft sand of platinum color. The crystal clear water, perfect half-moon arc, and pristine sand are winners. Although it is classified as a public beach, it is seldom crowded and mostly populated by guests. Mondays is a place ideal for families with children, as the sightlines are uninterrupted and waves are rare. Mondays Bay is also renowned for the wide variety of water-based activities available, so if you want some action after relaxing for a few days, you can easily do so. There are plenty of local rental companies that are more than willing to set up guests with the gear they need to have an unforgettable time. El Nido in Palawan, Philippines always figures on the top 10 lists of tranquil islands and beaches. The words El Nido translates to nest, and yes, it is a sanctuary for those who want to be away from the crowds. Although some places have already been swarmed by tourists, Palawan has shockingly remained under the radar and is home to approximately 50 white sand beaches. If you're already there, it's a sin to only visit one because all have dramatic limestone formations and have the whitest and finest sand you'll ever see and feel under your feet. The water is so blindingly blue that some people say it makes the Caribbean look murky. The sunsets are also stunning, and they will ruin you for life. life. All those things don't make you want to go there, we don't know what will. Dooley Beach, about 25 kilometers from El Nido town, has a secluded 2-kilometer long beach with crystal clear blue-tinted waters, rocky jungles, palm trees, and good waves. Its isolation is a big part of the island's attraction. Blue Beach in Vieques, Puerto Rico is worth a visit too. Blue Beach in Puerto Rico is one of the Caribbean's top beaches, and for good reasons too. If taking long walks on the beach is your thing, whether by yourself or with someone, if you long for breathtaking scenery, and if all you can think about is snorkeling, you should book a ticket here. The amazing beach of La Chiva, nicknamed Blue Beach, boasts clear waters and a long, thin stretch of white sand. It can only be accessed in parking in one of the 20-plus tiny turnoffs along an unpaved road in the middle of the National Wildlife Refuge. It is a photographer's dream with a canvas of blue colors, grass beds scattered throughout where schools of fish play, and waves that are gentle and small. It's the perfect place for families with small children, and if you go during the summer months, you'll be treated to clearer and calmer waters, which makes snorkeling even more enjoyable. This list would be incomplete without Seagrass Bay and La Cala Island, Fiji. Seagrass Bay can only be reached via horseback rides and guided walking tours, so if you're into horses, this is a plus. The bay is covered in tropical jungle, and the island is home to some of the rarest tropical birds and animals, as well as the most fascinating marine life, so it's a good choice for people who love nature. You might want to take your binoculars with you for some birdwatching if your schedule permits. Seagrass Bay is the most pristine of the island's resort beaches. Aside from the inviting blue waters, there are also plenty of open-air dining rooms nearby, which will spoil you with an abundance of delicious seafood. There is also a plethora of activities to engage, such as kayaking, kite surfing, jet skiing, windsurfing, and game fishing. If you prefer to stay on land, you can enjoy walking tours, go horseback riding, quad and mountain biking, or visit a few of the farms. If money is no issue, a visit to Seagrass Bay is necessary. Trunk Bay in St. John, U.S. Virgin Islands is a place dreams are made of. One of the most photographed beaches in the Caribbean and the world, Trunk Bay in St. John will spoil you to no end with clear and warm waters, silky coral sands, and plenty of water sports. Located on the northeastern corner of the Virgin Islands National Parks, Trunk Bay has a 225-yard long underwater trail where you can snorkel. There are also plenty of hiking trails that go up and into the surrounding greenery that are filled with ruins of historic sugarcane plantations. After a long day of touring, lounging, or water sports, island visitors can bask in the relaxed atmosphere and enjoy dinner over sunset at one of the many romantic restaurants. Although St. John wasn't spared the disaster of the hurricanes in 2017, the national park is back in full bloom and the beaches are back to their perfect shape. Lastly, on the number one spot, we have 7 Mile Beach in Grand Cayman in the Cayman Islands. Consistently voted as one of the Caribbean's best beaches, 7 Mile Beach has sparkling turquoise waters, powdery white sand, endless opportunities for activities, and plenty of dining options for visitors. This is where you go to relax and just forget about the world. Despite its name, 7 Mile Beach is barely over 5 miles long, but every inch of those miles is plenty to enjoy. It's not surprising that most high-end hotels and resorts are located on 7 Mile Beach, and some of the best Caribbean cuisines can be found there too. There's plenty to look forward to. Endless sunset strolls, glorious beaches, the bluest waters, and excellent culinary pursuits which will fill your tummy and make you happy. What more could you ask for? Are you packing your bathing suits now and raring to go to the world's most pristine beaches? We feel you. Stay tuned to this channel for more